I saw an oud when I was 10 years old. One day my father came in with something in a black sack. At first I didn't pay any attention, but later on, after my father took the object of the sack, I was amazed, and I asked my father, what was it? He said, this is oud. Oh, I said, is that the one that we hear that sound through the radio? Yes, he said, this is the oud. And I fell in love in first sight. And then I started to play when my father was out. But one day he told me that I shouldn't play the oud because I was spoiling the tuning. I was very upset. And I told this story to my mother. She said, okay, we can manage to tune it. And we just started to manage. Later on, I was free. I felt free. So one day, my father saw that I was able to play the oud. He said, okay, now and on you can, you can do whatever you can with the oud. Of course, it was not a very good quality oud. And I was always dreaming one day to make instruments. But everything in the life has its own time, you know. And one day I was bankrupt because something went wrong. So I was very upset and I was feeling very helpless. One day my wife asked me, so you were thinking about making ouds. Do you think that would it not be better than this? I said, okay, but it's hard to make one's life making ouds. She said, okay, try it. And I started making the oud in 1984, and I was 40 at that time. And I had resigned from teaching, and I had experienced a bankrupt. At that time, there were no any sources that I could learn about acoustics. The first oud I made was looking very beautiful, but it didn't have any sound, any acceptable sound. Later on, I studied some physics and mathematics by myself, and by chance I found out some formulas dealing with the specific frequencies of some building beams. I just thought that these formulas could be used to understand what's going on inside the oud. And I started to concentrate on these formulas, and I tried to develop a special technique that would make me able to control my ouds, braces, ouds. I started making experiments, and I just tried to develop these logical parameters that takes place in the oud. We are now using a specially designed computer program, and also we are using an electronic tuner in order to define the specific frequency of a piece of wood. We are using that device, and we are controlling the frequency by processing the wood in some way.